Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Weaves of Waves. Yeah, I've got to go to war this morning. It's got to be done. I bought a product and it doesn't do what it said on the box. It's kind of indicative these days. It's like, it's not when everything goes wrong, it's like everything goes wrong. So my internet is like stuffed. I don't even know if I can upload this video, but I'm going to record it anyway because I bought this thing, this Wi-Fi booster, and I can't get it to work. Where? Okay, so, but luckily it's like it's all can be returned. It better be. But anyway, I'll talk to them first. We'll see how if we could get it to work first. But it's like, you know, cut off from internet. Yeah, what an addiction that is. Oh dear, too much of addiction. It's actually probably good for me to just pick up a book and read it, but I don't want to. I want to look on the internet. Yeah, I get I'm addicted. It's not a good thing, but it's a normal thing. It's like normal now. So new normals. New normals. You see, I've been researching all kinds of different new normals, and I don't even know if I can sort of mention them on these things because, yeah, the new normal is not to speak about it. I've been looking up about these Chinese social credit things, and I'm screwed. I am absolutely screwed if they bring in a Chinese social credit. My sense of humour is not appreciated. And a lot of times I'm just joking. A lot of the times my sense of humour has got me into trouble with the new normal. So, yeah, whoopsie. I'm going to be cancel cultured. I'm not... Yeah, it's interesting how fast this is moving. They're talking a lot about passports and, I'm not going to be allowed into clothes shops. It's like, okay. Okay, am I allowed to buy food? I'm not allowed to buy clothes, so I'll be in raggedy old sort of charity shops clothes. Or I prefer charity shops anyway, but they're going to deny me access to them. Maybe I can stand at the door and say, can you show me that? If vaccines work, why am I a danger to anybody? You're all protected. It's okay. I don't get the logic here, but I've been saying I don't get the logic here for months, and it doesn't actually change. I was in one of the supermarkets. I was in Asda the other day, and we were talking about sort of SIM cards, and so it's very confusing. And the lady says to me, "Yes, I think everything is meant to be these days." And there was just so much unsaid. Yes, everything is meant to be confusing these days. People off balance do not think clearly, do not make rational decisions, and are not focused, nor are they together and cohesive. So if you knock us all off balance, we can't work together. What a surprise. And I generally don't think that people are capable of working together. I don't. I can't see. I've never seen anybody who does it for anything other than the profit, or what's the word, altruism. I don't believe it exists. I'm sorry, people are far too divisive and out for their own. And it's been cultivated. It's greedy now. We don't do things other than money. No, it's our survival at stake. We need money, we need food. So we all work for our money and making sure that we've got fed. It's been bred into us, and I don't know how to solve that. There is nice conversations about ethics and how ethics are, it's a religious thing. I don't think so. But I don't believe that people are, the group, the collective, is working for the common good anymore. I believe that they're working for greed. And that's what I see all around me. And okay, so you back off. Well, by the sounds of things, society is rejecting me anyway. So I'm just one of society's rejects. Just chuck me out somewhere. I'm not used for anything. But it's okay. It's fine. I don't have an awful lot of use for society. I will adapt and I will grow. So, yeah, all right, fine. But yeah, I like going to festivals. I like doing, I like going to cinemas and stuff. And you're going to block me from all of those unless I risk my life with an injection. Like, ooh. That's a scary thing. That's like derisive. I lived in South Africa for many, many years, and do you know what? This separation doesn't work. It just breeds a lot of anger. But okay, that's what they're looking for. I think they've got the psychology down pat. The shadows on the wall say they know exactly what they're doing. It's so choreographed, and it's in sync. You know, you watch sort of Israel do it and China do it, and everybody's dancing within sync, and it's all for a flow, and pass the buck here, and yeah, and it's like, okay, so there is some blatant, absolute blatant manipulation of the general public going on. And I don't do mainstream media. I've got no television, so I haven't had television for decades, and even I can see it. So yeah, the switching off the mainstream media is a thing. I think that's a major thing. I'm not inflicted with all their disease of fear, but I still catch it. Don't get me wrong, I still pick it up from Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and things like that. So yeah, okay, I'm still infected with it a little, but gonna push me to the fringe of society is a bit of a scary thing. A new normal. I'll adapt. I've got no fear of the adaptation. Yeah, so it's like, okay, I will miss going to the pubs and the cinemas, but fine. If you don't want me there, I won't go. It comes with being sort of who I am and what I am. I guess I've always been on the fringe of things. Oh, and I appreciate yesterday's comments. I had a whole string of comments from somebody on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. And I will look into the contacts you suggested. And yeah, women need some sort of credit system. If everything is money, okay, if the baseline of what we're doing is money, everything we do for is money, and it's a survival thing. I'm not knocking it. I've been in that state. You can't afford morals. You need to eat and you need to feed your children. So women receiving a basic income is actually quite a, women with children. And I know there is all these ins and outs. There's so many arguments about sort of single mothers and things like that. And they should have kept their legs together. They're bad, wicked people. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. It takes two to make a child. I would say, it's a lot easier just to sort of sterilize men, but somehow male contraception still hasn't come out. I don't get why that still hasn't come out. If they can bring out a vaccine within a year for a new strain of flu, surely they can bring a male contraception things out. But that's a different argument. If you have single mothers, they should be raising their children, okay? They should be raising their children. You want to force them out to work, then the state is raising their children. That's, yeah. So giving them a basic income, income for being mothers, then they are being paid. And yes, if they don't do their job properly, yes, you can sort of dock their pay. But it does bring the control of the state further and further in. But single mothers should not be going out to work. They should be raising their children. And it brings an awful lot of stress into the house, and the children are the ones that pay for it. So, yeah, there is a lot of argument for giving women, single mothers, a basic income from the state. Maybe not call it basic income, maybe just pay them the wage that they would get if they were working 24/7, 7 days a week to raise a child. Because raising a child is agony. It is agony. Right? You don't know what you're doing half the time. You're just hoping for the best and just plodding along. I raised 3, so yes, I know about that. And it's not easy, and it shouldn't be easy, and it should be paid. It should be paid work. But then everything should be paid work, and, apparently it's not worthy. So in other words, you are a scrounger of the state, having child after child after child, and yeah, and they feel low. And I can see how the both sides work this way. I can see both sides of the argument here. And maybe basic income isn't the way forward for everybody. But maybe paying single mothers for the job they do might be. Just like you pay carers. Might be. But I don't think people are looking at solutions right now. You can't build on a uneven surface. And the whole of our foundation of our society is cracked and riddled with holes. So building something new on this, I don't believe it's possible. I think it needs to all fall down and we can rebuild. And that's a scary process, because I grew up the best of times, the best of times. So yeah, this has been a little bit of a ramble, but yeah, I'm a little concerned over the new normal, but I will adapt. And yeah, it's a matter of just getting on with things. Yesterday I was working in the sunshine, and then I was working in the snow. It was like, okay, we adapt to each. We put a coat on, and then we put our sunglasses on. And it's like, yes, this is how adaptation works. Anyway, I hope you keep safe and warm, and I love you lots, and take care of yourselves and each other.